You want to skip the video?
Yeah, skip the video. The bubbles are making me kind of angry, actually.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, never mind. There you go.
Oh, holy Pete. Alright guys, I'm getting nervous now. What's going on?
You're nervous? Dude, no pressure. We've already done these songs before.
Let's do it.
Now we got it. Right, man. We're chilling.
Alright, greetings and citations, guys. We're Deluge. It's 8:30. It's time for us to play some music. We are Deluge, a psychedelic rock jam band from McPherson, Kansas, here in town. All local. Everything you see here tonight is a group effort from local McPherson cats. So give it up for these guys and everyone involved. And thank y'all for being here. We have mostly covers, one original and some jams for you guys. We're just gonna hop right in. Go ahead, you go. A little bit about us. Vigo's an original member and founder of Deluge. Thank you for your time and efforts and love for this, Vigo. I appreciate you, man. And then down to his right, we have one of our newest members, Reeve, laying down those nice bass lines. Listen to that. Oh, that's sick. That's wonderful. And down at the very end, we have his great friend, and our great friend too, RJ, with an aerophone. And then to my right, we have the beautiful and talented Miss Chloe Kelly on sax and clarinet and vocals. And then to her right, we have our latest new addition, who I'm very excited to introduce tonight. I've been chasing this guy for a long time, and finally have it. His name is Angel Snap. Oh yeah. This one's called Headspace. Band from California called Levitation Room. This is our take on it. Thank you guys. I'm just happy we get to be here and play in front of you guys. If you guys look in between the two pillars there, we have artwork, 2 posters done. One of those is made by one of my coworkers, Chris. Chris, you here yet or no? No? Okay. Well, Chris is a dope artist. He made the purple poster. There's not that many, so first come, first serve. If you guys like it, take one. Other than that, we got some more music coming for you. Don't know what's next, but we'll figure it out. the hip hop cats would call it. That was off the Dome piece. That was a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but that was a lot of fun. Once again, thank y'all for being here, man. It's a real privilege to get to play music, and we get to do it in front of a crowd, and it's a dying art, unfortunately. So we are very privileged and grateful for all of you guys being here tonight. We have another one coming for you. Don't quite know what it is again, but we'll figure it out.
Stay right here. Let me just get over here.
another Levitation Room piece. I really like Levitation Room, y'all couldn't tell. I love California bands, surf rock, psychedelic rock. It's all dope. Speaking of surf rock, this is Attack of the Crab Women. Any women that had crabs out there? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Attack of the Crab Women, let's go. Oh man, that beautiful couple dancing in the middle. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. All right. All right, Daffodils, Mark Ronson counterpart here. Let's go. important people to me tonight, and I'd like to shout those people out. So, my boss, David Knobsey, is here, the owner of Knobsey Sandwich and Cook Shop, the coolest place in town. And then, of course, all the wonderful people that work there with me, Adam, Devin, Ty, Ethan Quick, I see you guys. And all the regulars, I think I don't recognize you. Thank y'all for coming out, man. This one's going by too fast. Let's slow down a little bit. We don't have that many songs because this is a new lineup, so let's slow down.
Just play them twice as long.
Just play 'em. Yeah, Bates had the great idea that whenever they get here, we just play the set backwards.
Yeah. Turn around.
Yeah. What time is it, dude? When is it? 5 after? Oh, that's okay. You guys are more than enough. Okay. I think we're gonna jam for you again, because what's a jam band without jamming in front of an audience? Yeah. All right.
Jelly baby. You have a residency here, like in
wants me to say that the bass line that he just played was too hard for me to play, and he's right, so we're gonna try something different. I'm not as good as my bassist here, so you're gonna give it up for me. I don't even think he knew what that was, dude. I asked him what time is it, and he just looked at me.
That was like 9:13, I don't know what that was.
All I do is 4. The occasional 6.
You can play 8/8.
Just follow my lead. All right, this night is coming to an end, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't have that much music right now, but definitely catch us in 2026. This one is also a rendition from a band out of California, the Alalas. I don't know much about them, other than they're from California and they play surf rock and they're just good musicians. So I think this one's off their debut EP, Ferus Gallery, so yeah, let's get it going. Oh man, jamming is love and jamming is life. On the topic of important people that I really care about and are a big impact to me, I saw Ian Miller of Time and Space here. You still here? Ian, Time and Space, anyone? Anyways, if you guys don't know about Time and Space, they are wonderful, man. So thank you for the support from another great local band. If you guys have a chance to do Time and Space, definitely do it. It'll be a trip, a good one. And on the topic of other great bands, my coworkers, I Heard a Lion. Oh my God. Was anyone there at CSB about a month ago? Oh man, it was wonderful. I think about that night like every weekend, every Saturday. I wish I was at CSB watching I Heard a Lion. Well, I think we have one more for you. This one's an original. My bassist wants y'all to know that we wrote this around him. He came up with the bass line, so basically he's the best player in the band. I don't know what way to put it. I don't know. It's our beloved Reef. So here we have our original Naja Naja.
It flew off. Good. All good.
Thank you, everybody. We're Deluge, Psych Rock Jam Band from McPherson, Kansas. We love you all. Thank you for coming out. Enjoy y'all Saturday.